Salutations, viewers! Thought I'd go for the eccentric welcome. How'd I do? I thought I'd talk about something quite sad. No, I don't mean sad as in emotional. I mean the kind of sad when you look at someone and you think they are so pathetic. That's me sadness. I'm going to talk about books. This may be quite odd, perhaps even a little boring, but I am just fascinated by how much we can learn from different books. Every book has a story. I didn't mean storybooks written with a story. I mean every book, even non-fictional books, have some form of story behind it or a reason, something it can teach us. Shakespeare, for example, he never wrote some kind of non-fiction book. He wrote plays, some of them based on history, and some of them he made up himself. And each one of them teach us about the time that he lived in. They teach us what people thought in those days, how they acted. As in the sweetest bud that eating canker dwells, and so doting love inhabits the finest wits of all. As much as I seriously doubt that everyone spoke like that in those days, you have to admit people did speak a lot nicer back then. He teaches us that love back then was so much sweeter and more romantic. Nowadays it's kind of just like... Is that really a way to tell someone that you love them? Of course it's not. Quite a lot of books nowadays, although the stories aren't real in the sense they actually happened, are based on real stories and real times. Lots of authors have to look up many things before they can write their book to know what it was like and the relationships people had. We can all learn so much from books. What the author thinks of things, how they see the world. We could change our perspective completely. The Bible, for instance. It's the best-selling book in the whole world, and so many different people change their view when they read it. And of course, with everything, so many people also don't. I guess that the point that I'm trying to get across is we can all learn from books and each other. Everyone has a story to tell, whether or not they write it in a book. Books address so much about humans that we all know and love. Books describe relationships, fear, everything we want to be, and everything that we don't like. Which brings us on to this week's word of the day. Change. No, it's not a very fancy word, and everyone knows what it means. Either it's the loose coins and change in your pocket, or it's the change in your life that's bound to happen at some point. For instance, my brother, VlogScript1, he is changing his channel. So if you could go check out his video and see what's going on, because I don't really know, then that would be great. Change can be good or bad, and we all have to deal with it. But I suppose our lives would be boring without it, so I suppose, in a way, change is the best part of our lives. If you could comment any of the big changes in your life, I'd love to see what's going on. See if everyone else is as weird as me or goes through the same kind of thing. Be nice to know your opinions. See you next time. Keep calm and zag squirgle.